Hi, everybody. Tonight is a very, very special call. Of course, all our calls are special, but this one is extraordinarily special. And maybe you can remember, I know I can remember, the days before computers. Can you remember the days before computers? Can you remember the days before cell phones? I mean, just imagine what our life was like compared to now. And the reality is that if you use the newest in technology and embrace it for your business, those that do will just build bigger businesses. And with Zango, we're so blessed because we have a global presence. We're actually pre-registered in 125 countries, and we're in 41 right now, and we're not even 10 years old yet. So imagine where we're going to be on the next wave, the next 10 years, if we've created almost 100 millionaires to date with all the new technology, with all the new category creating products. We're going to develop twice as many millionaires in a fraction of the time. So tonight, our special guest is Dave Montague, who's going to be talking a little bit about sales tools for this new economy and the social media revolution, because how we do business today is different than even doing business just a year ago. And we've got an easy-to-use system that anyone can learn, and I mean that, anyone. In fact, I still use a mouse upside down, so that goes to show you that anybody can learn. But if you want to massively build your brand as an individual through viral marketing, then you need to pay special attention and know that we will be recording this so that you can review. You're going to be able to effectively send marketing messages, documents, and videos out. And Dave is going to share with you how you don't need to install any special software or download drivers or get all that complicated stuff in the way. And some of his clients are like the who's who in business, like Delta, CNN, Intel, AT&T, Honda, SkyWest, Kodak, Caterpillar, and the list goes on and on. So tonight you're going to learn how to utilize and take part in this social media revolution. And much of what Dave is going to share with you has the best pricing. Free. Free. So how would you like to have endless leads that you don't pay for? So without further ado, Dave, let me turn the call over to you, and we're really excited to have you with us.
Thank you so much, Sandy. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate your invitation to be here. Okay, so let's just get started. Right now on the screen, you're looking at basically the intro page to VideoMax Pro. And, you know, VideoMax Pro is really a video email marketing system, and it was designed so that you could easily record or create your own video, take a video that already exists from YouTube, from Vimeo, or something that you've downloaded and you want to upload, and post it on, or build a playlist in the program, and then send it out to anybody you like via email. And then they receive a link, which they click on, and it takes them to your, full-color, beautifully designed landing page with an interactive business card where they can, look at your video and see what you've got to offer. It's really very easy to use. It's very easy for the person on the receiving end to view and to get back in touch with you immediately. They can also forward it to friends, but we'll just, rather than talk about it, we're just going to go ahead and log in and show you. So, Collie, if you would, please, let's go ahead and log in. And Collie is logging in right now. So you can see there's no, as Sandy mentioned, there's no special, downloads that you have to worry about. It's just it's web-based software where, it's all that way now. Facebook, everyone's getting serious about just, again, building, their tools on the web so that you don't have to download anything anymore. You just log in and you're using it, just like Facebook. Now, you can see that we're at the home page of VideoMax Pro, and we're on the main page, and as soon as you sign into this program, there are 3 tutorials that get started, add your contacts, build, and publish. And we're not going to go through any of those, but please do watch those from start to finish, all three of them. And what you'll find is that you'll be able to get all of your questions answered with those tutorials. And if you have any other questions, you can always click on the live chat, which is available Monday through Friday, 9 to 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And of course, we're offline now, but again, 9 to 6 Mountain Standard Time, you can click and get all of your questions answered. You're not going to be left, wondering what's going on. Okay, with the main page, we're going to jump right into the settings. When you first log into this program for the first time again, you're going to be able to just go through My Profile, and it's just going to ask you some basic questions like, for example, your name, your last name, your company, your email, your phone number, your website, and then you're done. You hit update, and then you jump to the next one, which is uploading your photo, which really is kind of nice because you can upload a picture. It's got the same cropping tool that Facebook uses, so you can actually personalize your presentation. So it's really quite intuitive and, again, easy to use. So it looks like Collie's actually going to look at some of the pictures she might want to upload. And let's just, once you upload your photo, you can actually turn on your activity alerts. Now, this is what's fun about this program. I haven't seen a program that is as effective as this program in notifying you as to when someone is viewing your presentation. There might be one out there, but this is really the first one and the only one that I've really seen that works as well as it does. And you can see that it's easy to put in your email and turn on your activity alert. You can put in your text message alert by simply putting in your phone number and indicating the service provider, Sprint, AT, Verizon, whatever it is, and turning it on and hit update. And then you're ready to receive alerts when someone views your presentation. Now, I got to tell you, that is the most important thing you could ever have in your arsenal, is a program that will alert you as to when people are viewing your video. And whether that video was a little homemade video that you created at home, whether it was one you pulled off of YouTube, Vimeo, and remember, on YouTube and Vimeo, there are literally tens of millions of videos, and you can pull those off and put them in the program simply by copy and paste, and they are in. Now, the email account, again, Collie has clicked on that. One thing that we love to have you do is just create a Gmail account. It's free, and once you have Gmail, you have a whole host of new tools that you can use at your disposal. For example, like I am calling in right now using my G phone, which is, it's a Gmail phone that when I launch my Gmail, it's right down in the corner, and you just click on it, and you can dial and call anybody you want. So by just getting Gmail and a free Gmail account, you now have calendars and Gmail with the phone and all of these things for free that you can actually just sit back at in your office, which could be your bedroom, which could be your kitchen, and make your phone calls right from your computer. All you need is a mic and a headset, and you're off and running. And I happen to have an iMac, so it's got all that stuff built into it, so I'm feeling pretty good about it. Anyway, once you get your Gmail address, you just enter it in, and then you go ahead back to your settings, and at this point, you're ready to import contacts. Now you can see that the contact list is very simple to add groups. You can see that Collie has several groups here. To add a group, you just click on the button that says Add Group, and you can call that group anything you want. You can call it best friends, warm leads, cold leads, whatever you want to create. You just create a group and you surveil customer prospects. Perfect. So she's just added a category, a group, and now she can actually add people to that. There it is right there. You see it has no one in it. And if she wants to add a contact, she just hits Add a Contact. Now, here's what's kind of fun. You can either add a contact one at a time, and that works out okay, but you can also import contacts either by clicking on the Yahoo Mail, the Gmail, the AOL, the Windows Live, or importing a CSV file for those of you who are more sophisticated users. And you can see that Collie did select the group that she's going to put that name in, and she add to contacts. And now that group has that contact in it. And see how easy that was for Collie to do that? you can actually create little groups of 10, little groups of 5, little groups of 50 if you want, and be emailing out to these people, every other week with a new message about what it is you want to for them, what message you want to have sink into them so that they take action. And of course, Vivallo is an excellent product, and it's new and it's exciting, and there's a lot of people having a lot of success with it, and we're going to show you how you can actually get that message out to the world faster than any other way. So now that you saw how easy it was to add contacts, Collie's going to go ahead and jump back to the build and publish now. So we've really kind of done everything in our settings. We won't have to revisit settings again unless we change our address or our name or something. But now, notice that we have over on the left-hand side where Collie is, My Media folder. This is My Media. It's what you upload into the program. No one else can see it except for those people that you send it out to. But no one else will see this. This is your own personal media. And so you can record your own. And what we talk about with this fun doing is being able to sit at your camera and on your web, if you got a little webcam, they're really inexpensive. You can hook it up to your computer and record a message, and it's you. And again, people really enroll in another person because of the energy and because of the genuine nature of the person. And they feel like, what, I think I can trust that person. I like that person. I like their energy. They're honest. They're sincere. It doesn't feel like they're trying to sell me. It feels like they're really trying to share with me something. So it's important that you create a little 30-second or a 1-minute intro, just saying, like, hi, I'm Dave. I just want to reach out to all of you today, and or to you, if you're sending it to just one person, you could say, Susan, I really would enjoy, sharing this with you. Take a look at it. I'm Dave. I'm a simple guy. I live in Utah, whatever it is. And you create this really fun warm-up video, and now you can send it with all the promotional videos that you have, and she gets a full picture about what's going on. So you can see, like, Collie just added a personal video over to the playlist. And the playlist, the videos that you see in the middle are the videos that Collie has uploaded. Now, these are videos that you would upload by the 3 ways at the top, and that is record video, upload media, which is anything that you could find. And you can see that now the camera's coming on, and Collie's going to either click that or not, depending on how comfortable she feels. And it's pulling up. It's really dark. I can see it, Collie, but it's dark. So anyway, Collie's
I was just
got her
going to
lights
say,
on.
I'm in my room and it's dark, so it was on.
Okay, I can see that. I can see you on my screen. Anyway, so you can see that Collie just clicked on the record video. I mean, how easy would it be to just click on the record video, record your video, and upload it to Facebook, LinkedIn, any one of the social networking sites in just a minute? Can you imagine? Well, you can do it with this program. And you can also upload a video, audio, or documents, meaning you can upload PDF files. You can upload audio files like an MP3 that you can upload several MP3s of someone, talking, giving a lecture, and the FLV MP4s, and you can actually burn the MP3s on a CD so that people that have an MP3 player in their car or their, cell phone, their smartphone, they can actually listen to their MP3, on the way to work. So you really got it covered. So anyway, let's jump out of that right there, if you would, Collie, please. And now we're going to show you the import from YouTube. Now and we don't have to demo the whole thing, Collie, but I'm going to just make it simple and just tell people. Right here, you just go find the YouTube video that you like or the Vimeo video that you like, and you just paste it in here. You just copy it, paste it, and hit import video. Yep, that's it. Paste the URL right there. And it imports it into the program automatically for you. So it's nothing complicated. Vimeo is the same way. And now let's see. Oh, we want to say that right below the My Media folder is the corporate media folder. And you can see it's loaded with just content galore. I mean, we're talking about so much content for you. This stuff everybody gets. Collie and Sandy have taken the time to put all of this material together in the program so that you would have a look at all of those folders. When you get this program, your searching for content is over. It's all here. It's ready to go. And I think you're going to be excited because they're going to make an announcement that you've been waiting to hear. And some of you who are brand new are going to want to jump all over this because it's going to get you into this program like you've never been into a program before, and you're going to love it. But you can see that there's just video after video. And all of these videos, by the way, all you have to do is click on that blue arrow, and they're ready to send to anybody you want. So here's some Jim Rohn. And notice that you just click on the blue arrow, and there it is. John Maxwell, Secret to Success. Les Brown, Psychology of Success. See how amazing that is? And now you've built yourself a presentation. And there it is. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos. You can put as many as you want. Some of the things that I have discovered in my experience over time is that make sure that you keep your video and your presentations fairly short, because the attention span on the web is very limited. People have a lot to sit through. Make sure the first introduction of yourself is very brief, and that the videos to follow are brief, and then follow up with the more lengthy once you've established a relationship. Now you can see that we just talked about the 4 ways to get video into the program, which, let's see, and we're gonna talk about publishing them in just a second, Collie. Collie's done this so much she's just like cruising. She's on like high speed. But I was going to mention that we have at the top again 4 ways to get videos and content into the program: the record video, upload media, import video, and import video through Vimeo or YouTube. Now at the bottom we have 1, 2, 3, 4 ways to get videos out to the masses. And the first way, Polly is showing you how to resend the same presentation to another group. And so that's important, so you don't have to keep on rebuilding a presentation. You can now just, send it to a different group, but it will be a presentation that you've built previously. Now, if you click back on that, there we go. On the bottom, you can send as an email, which means that your built presentation right there will now send to someone as a beautiful presentation, and Collie can click on any of those contacts folders and add whomever she wants, either the entire group or one person at a time. And then she gives it a name. And I can tell you that it's important that you pay attention to the subject, because the subject is what really gets screened by a lot of the filters. If your subject is really benign, I mean, it just doesn't have any substance to it, it's probably going to get tagged as spam, and that's where it will end up, as spam. But if you were to put the person's name in it, or put something that kind of relates to everybody, chances are it's going to do better in getting through. And Collie's typing a message right now, a personal message that's going out to the entire group. So whether she has 1 or 50, this message is going out to everybody, and it comes to them personalized. And by the way, it says whatever person you put in that email send list, it addresses them by their first name, and it says, hey, Collie, this presentation was made exclusively for you. So they feel like, wow, you've got their attention already. And that's all a part of the program. So it's really very easy to use. And once you create that, you can send that out. Now, the second way is save as a video website. So save as a website. If Collie goes ahead and hits save as a website, the program now builds a video website based on the playlist sort. So I see your Macintosh. There we go. There it is. Now notice all of the videos that we selected, and Collie is recording this using recording software that only captures so much of the screen, but you can see right there, she's doing such a great job. She's pulled in the video landing page. See how nice that is? It's got Collie's, interactive business card. It's got one video after another that she built, and you send that out to people, and they get to see that immediately. And like Sandy was commenting earlier, she says, people think that she's the pro now because she's using the system, and she's sending out video to people, and they're going, man, how did you do that? How did you get all those people? And not only all those people, but yourself. And right now we're seeing a personal message by Collie that she's sending out to the world, and then she's going ahead, she's clicking on, a Faveo video, and now we got, someone talking about Faveo. And it's like, a brilliant video followed by a personal message by Collie, and it's really touching and engaging. And so, this is the landing page. That's another way of posting your video on a site. So this program builds a website for you, and then you can actually refer people to it. You can say, go to my website, and it'll track, you know, how many times they watch it. It won't tell you who watched it, but it will tell you how many times your video web page has been, you know, viewed, and that's important. Now, the next one is share online. This is like amazing. You could imagine recording a video right now and taking the next 1 minute to say, hey everybody, I have lost weight, you know, using Prevail, and I want you people to know that this thing is rocking. And all of a sudden you just post it, like look what Sandy did, or I mean Collie did. She clicked on the save to a social networking site, and now she's ready to pick through the videos and say, here's the one I want to put. And she can actually, you know, look through them and go, I'm going to choose the thumbnail that I want. I'm going to post it either to a person or to a friend's timeline or to a group or on my page. And see how cool that is? And all she has to do is write something. She could say, hey, you know what? The presentation's name is VideoMax Pro. This is an awesome program. This is a test. Now see what she created? Already she has created a post on her wall in Facebook, and she can just click on share link and it's posted. It is posted. She's going to click on it, and now it's on her website. So see how easy that is? Now notice that there's Facebook, there's LinkedIn, there's Twitter, and of course you can create a link that can go anywhere, in your blog, on another social networking site. It's all there. It's really very, very simple to do. And you can see that now, Sandy could pull, or Collie could pull up her Facebook, and there would be that post on her Facebook. So it's really, again, a very powerful program. And here's her Facebook, and she's going to her wall. And if you click on, I see you got the latest timeline. There it is. There it is. There it is on her wall. Now everybody's going to be clicking on that knows her. Now just think about this just for a moment. How many people do you know on Facebook? You know, chances are you know probably 30, 40 people on Facebook, and you're able to send a message out that those people will watch. Well, out of those 30 or 40, someone is going to be interested, and especially if you continue to post things at a regular basis about Prevail or about other Zango products. So the bottom line is you've really got to win. You've got something that's really going to make it happen. You're playing with this program, you're playing the game that all of the major advertisers play, and that is frequency of exposure. And you're going to be doing it effortlessly. So let's go ahead back to the program. And let's close out of that window, please. And let's go back to the build and publish. Here we are. Now, the next one is send as a message, and this is what we're going to talk to you about today. This one is one of my favorites, because let's just say that we wanted to send a message out to someone, and we found someone on LinkedIn. Now, LinkedIn and Facebook require, you can't email from outside into those programs. You have to use their built-in email clients. They built it that way so that people couldn't be spammed, because people don't like spam. However, we have designed this right here so that you could create a link that it's a series of instructions that get pasted into the email of someone inside of, for example, LinkedIn or Facebook or any of the other social networking sites. And watch what Collie's doing right now. She just generated a person's name, and she put what the name of the presentation is, and that's important. She can go into LinkedIn. She can find anybody she wants, and she can go into any one of her groups. She's got 500 plus connections, and she can look at Dave Montague. There I am right there. Good looking long haired guy. Anyway, she can send me a message. Right? See where it says send a message, Dave a message, right there, Collie, right below your mouse. It's right there. Send Dave a message. She can send, now she can paste in the body, test VMP presentation. Now see how easy this is? Now what she's doing right here is she's actually typed in her the meeting that we're all in right now. But when she hits copy that message link, I don't think we did that. Your message has been okay. So now we go to okay, there it is. Now see that code there for everyone that's watching. There's that JJMBW02452C. That is the instructions for the person receiving that, in that case me, that it'll say, "Dear Dave, this presentation was made exclusively for you." And when that person watches it in LinkedIn, I'm going to know immediately. And Sandy, you can go, or Carl, you can go ahead and send that to me. And so all of a sudden, Collie just sent one of 100 million people. There are 100 million people in LinkedIn. These are people who are looking for business opportunities just like you are. However, you have one. So now you want to share it with these people. You saw just then how easy it was for Collie to send Dave Montague a presentation. And if she goes into her tracking now, I'm going to go ahead and log into my LinkedIn and watch that. And I am watching it right now. Yep, it's just magical. Now, if I jump back to the screen, you can see that she just recorded that I watched it. It shows right there, total views, 1 time. It's already let her know. Now, if she clicks on VMP test presentation, it will show the videos. Go ahead, if you would, please, Collie, and click on VMP, the name. She can see exactly what she sent out, and there it is. And so she knows, and she can actually scroll down, and she can see that it was me that watched it. And because we didn't have a phone, and we didn't have an email, because we emailed it within the LinkedIn email protocol. Meaning, again, folks, that now you never have to pay another dollar for leads. You can actually go after the 100 million plus people in LinkedIn, and you will have success. There's no question. You've got to remember that these big advertisers that make big money for their clients, they understand the game of frequency. They understand the game of getting out to as many people as they can, because it is a numbers game. And so on LinkedIn, you have an opportunity to go in and look at, and if we could for just a second, Collie, just jump to LinkedIn. I want to show people, for example, if you click on groups, and you can see groups right there, you can join up to 50 groups in LinkedIn. And I believe you can do that as a free member. So if you go to the groups directory, it's going to pull up the groups that Collie belongs to, and then plus it's going to have all the other groups that she doesn't. Now, it pulls up immediately people that you're connected to, which is really kind of cool. And look at Collie. She's doing a search for people in network marketing. Now, that might be kind of great if you want to go introduce to other network marketers what it is you're doing. I mean, what are they going to do? Say no? I doubt it. But let's just take that first one right there. That up there, we saw one that was network marketing, down just a little bit, multi-level marketing. How many people are in that group? Let's look at that group. That group has 8,470 members, and Collie just clicked into it. Now, see these guys, all these people in this group? She can, because when you become a member of a group, and by the way, here's how hard it is to become a member of a group. You just click on, I want to be a member, and then the group moderator, the group creator, approves you for being in the group. Now, what's really cool about that is once you're in the group, and it only takes like anywhere from a few minutes to a couple of days on some of the bigger groups. And when I say bigger groups, I'm talking about groups of over 100,000 people. But that's nothing compared to 100 million people that are in LinkedIn. But you can, here's a guy that says, I am looking for a good MLM. Have any ideas? Oh my gosh, why would you not email that guy immediately? But you can see that there's been 482 comments. I'll bet not one of them is a video link that lets you know when he watches. I'll bet there's not one in there that has a video that will say when he watches it, that will notify you that he's watching. Now there's one that has, go to this video, but you know what? They're not. Check us out at Isogenics. We've all heard of Isogenics. But guess what that means? Nothing. No one's going to know whether he went and looked, but you will using this tool. You will know when he went, and guess what you do? As soon as he looks at it, you follow up, because if you have a tool like this, and he knows he can have a tool like this, then he's going to be excited to sign up. There you go. Now, the nice thing about it is we could send a message to that guy right now. Now, here's the thing, and please listen. This is what you need to share with everybody. This is a powerful tool, and I think that's probably got my name embedded on it. And we'd have to go through and just, again, go through the steps of, well, we can do that, Colin. Do we have this guy's name? We can go up and get that guy's name and send him a message right now.
You know what, and I could, but I don't really have a real presentation prepared to do that, so I'm just kidding. I absolutely am planning on creating a presentation. I'm so excited with what you're showing me. We get done with this webinar, I'm going to create a video presentation just for LinkedIn.
Collie, you can send him Sandy Botkins. You can send him Sandy Botkins tax advantages.
Well, I could if I want to go and get it and prepare that. So do we want to do that?
Well,
or just give people the idea of how to do it?
Isn't it funny that there's a guy, we're out there just basically, remember, there's 100 million people, over 100 million in LinkedIn, and we stumbled upon one person in the matter of a minute who says, I'm looking for an MLM. Any ideas? So I'm just telling you, it's a gold mine. Never pay another penny for a lead list, because guess what? These leads are 100% top of the line best leads, because when they're on LinkedIn, these are real people that are doing real business every day. You could not ask for a better source, and you know, I don't want to brag too much, but you couldn't ask for a better platform for getting out to these people, and you can do it right now. And I'm telling you that, you know, Zango has probably, I think Zango still holds a record for fastest growing company ever. And when you look at that, you can say, you know, if I were going out to a guy like that, I'd go, you know, hey, look, I'm with the fastest growing. The company holds a record for fastest growing ever. It's kicking out, you know, wonderful product after wonderful product. It's still cranking, and let me tell you something. You can look at everything out there, but take a look at these few videos, and you're in. So see how Collie right now is clicking, and she could click down right now, and there's a CEO at Bionic, Greater San Diego area. You know, you could click on this guy's name. Why wouldn't you send him a video? You know, you might think that his company is huge. Well, you know, maybe it's a one-man shop. Maybe he's tired of it. You know, so you never know. You never know who's going to join up. So look at that list. And how many people are in that group again, Colleen? In that group, I believe that was
8,470 network marketers, of which, as I go through the list, I see many of them that I know. And obviously, I can join all kinds of groups. I can join groups of people looking to lose weight, and I can get in and discuss Viveo, and I can join groups of people that just own a home-based business that are sharing information about tax advantages or whatever the groups are. This happens to be a network marketing one, which I feel with 22 years of experience in network marketing is a good one for me because I can relate. But the most important thing, I'm sure, is join groups that you can relate to those members, that you can engage them, get into discussions with them, create a, I wouldn't send this as part of the test group because I'm going to create a video specifically to members that members of this group can relate to, and then as I go through, I can go through their profiles and click on it, and I can send them a message. It's a private message from me to them, and that's exciting. I didn't even realize I could do this. I'm so excited.
Now, another thing, Colleen, I'll share with you is notice that guy, Costagara. We just kind of hovered over his name. Now, look underneath his name, and how many followers does he have? 500 plus followers. Go ahead and click on those 500 plus connections. Once you join a group, guess what? This guy now, you're going to have access to all of his connections.
Oh, my.
And you're going to be able to connect to them through him. So if you go, Colleen, how many people are you connected to? Yeah. I mean, these are people that you can send. Yeah, there's so many. You'll never. Here's the thing I tell people, and they don't believe me, but you need to believe it. I don't care who you are. You will never exhaust this list. You will never, ever exhaust it, meaning you could send out presentations for the rest of your life, and you would never exhaust this grade A best list in the world. And the best way to get into it is with our program, because it tracks that. We can send a message right now to Costa Gara, and we will know when Costa Gara looks at it. Because it will say, you'll be out to dinner somewhere, or you just have your cell phone walking around, all of a sudden, ting, ting, you'll get a text message and say, Costa Gara, CEO at Bionic, just viewed your presentation. How potent is that? There you go. We can send a message to that guy. Beautiful. Well, Colleen and Sandy, I think I've covered it. I mean, we can go into this more and more, but if you want to open it up to any questions, I'd be glad to take them. But I think we probably got enough people excited about this, at least for the next minute. We'll see if we can just get a whole world excited about it.
Well, you know, Dave, let me just ask you a few other questions because, again, I'm new to LinkedIn. I am a member of every social network that I've heard of. As I hear of new ones, I instantly go and sign up. And the really cool thing is about signing up with all these other social networks is almost every single one, you can either register a whole profile with your name and your email and your this and your that, or you can just link to your Facebook one and it pulls all that in. So I just joined 5 more networks this week of networks. Wow. I just Googled social network online, and then it brought up, there was this report on the top 10 social networks, and I went to that, but then I looked at all the other ones that are below, 10, and I just started going to them, and the ones that I weren't a member of, and I'm getting one of them, Dig, is a new one that I just joined, and I've got all these followers now, and the great thing about it is I didn't have to do a lot of work because I just connected it to my Facebook profile. And so LinkedIn has been like that for me in the past, that I have it, there's my profile. If people are looking for me on LinkedIn, I want people to be able to find me. I have my contact information there, but I haven't been going to LinkedIn and using it. And I'll tell you, I've been hearing a little bit more and more about it. With what you just showed me tonight, what a great way for me to go find quality and qualified candidates, because there's been many people I've looked for over the years, and I use Facebook as my #1 way to build my list. When I get a new distributor and they sign up, make a list. And I tell them, make a list, make a Facebook profile, and go on and find people that you know. Well, many of those people were professionals, and they did not have Facebook profiles, but I found them on LinkedIn. Doctors, lawyers, people who aren't into social networking, but they are into their profile, their image, and a place where they can advertise being an attorney in a professional way where people could find them if they're looking for an attorney. And that's where I found them. So there's a lot of people on LinkedIn that are not on Facebook or any of these other social networking sites, because the purpose of being on is for professional reasons.
That's right. You hit it. And that's exactly why I like it as a gold mine, because I believe that people are paying too much attention to some of the other sites when LinkedIn screams for your attention. I'm so blown away that the first list we go down, there's a guy going, hey, I'm interested in joining a network marketing company. Anybody have any ideas? That's funny.
Yes, and these are some of the groups that I've already joined, and you'll notice that I have a lot of multi-level or network marketing groups simply because with 22 years experience in this industry, I have met a lot of networkers over the years, and I'm looking for some of those networkers, so I think the best place to find them is in a networking group. However, if I was a realtor, I'd join a bunch of realtor groups. If I was in insurance, I'd join insurance groups. I would join groups that I feel like I can find people I know, or I can find people like me with similar tastes, similar interests, and of course, looking for groups of health and wellness, and people looking, let's just look in a group. So let's look at weight loss and see what we find for a group. So we've got weight loss professionals. 133 of these members are in my network. There's 1,500 network members in this group, of which 133 of them are connected to me already. There's a weight loss industry, weight loss coaching discussion group. There's isogenics, bariatric and weight loss professionals, the weight loss surgery connection, HCG weight loss, and of course we've heard there's a lot of controversy now, and so there may be people, if I was to go look in that group and there's somebody asking the question about is it safe and I heard this or whatever, I would be able to answer that question in a helpful way and let them know that there are alternatives. But there's a lot of groups or weight loss gurus, so yeah, that would just be in trying to find somebody for Feveo. And of course, there's women professional, which is fantastic. What is it? 70-some% of network marketers are women professionals. So women professionals, let's see what kind of groups we have there. Society for Women Environmental Professionals, which I'll bet would really like to hear about toxic-free personal care products. Women Entrepreneurs and Professionals, Association of Funeral, Women Investment Professionals, etc. So it's kind of a limitless thing. We can find people that we can relate to. We can join a group, get into the discussions, see what's going on in that group. And, of course, we don't want to be pitching. We want to be looking for people to one-on-one talk to or to be able to answer a question that's posted in a group in a very, I'm trying to help you way, not in a in-your-face, I just want you to buy my product to join my company way. And, of course, we've got other trainings and stuff that we have done on that.
Excellent.
So maybe we can take some questions. For those of you, if we're done with this part of it, maybe we'll go to some questions, because I'm sure in the questions there'll be a lot of things that we can show people that they want to know. So let me do that. I'm going to pause my screen for just a moment so I can pull up my question box. And there's a Ask a Question box in the upper right-hand portion of your screen. And you might be asking questions in the chat box too. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, so it says ask a question in the upper left-hand corner. If there's anything specific that any of you would like us to show you, and probably we could do more than just LinkedIn, but maybe on Facebook too, in the effort of sharing a presentation with somebody or finding prospects or finding a way to engage in discussions with good candidates, please let us know. Okay, Marilyn's asking, is it okay to go ahead and send contacts to third level if we see someone interesting? And I think Marilyn's asking the rules of, they say you're only supposed to do a friend request of somebody who you actually know. And I'm going to answer how I do that, Dave, but I would love it if you would also answer the rules and how to get around those. But I do send requests to people I don't know, but when I do it, I send it, there's always a reason why, and it's generally because we have friends in common, interests in common or something. So as part of that friend request, I send them a message. And in the message I say, because in Facebook it certainly happens, a lot of times in Facebook recommends, suggests friends for you, and they say, you may know these people because you've got so many friends in common or whatever. And I'll see somebody's name sometimes. They'll pop up as a suggestion to me 3 or 4 or 5 times, and I see that we have people in common. So then I send them a friend request, and with a little note, if I look at their profile and I think, wow, this is somebody I'd like to develop a relationship with, and it simply says, we have so many friends in common that I'm always seeing your name as somebody that I might know or want to be friends with. I just did that the other day, and instantly developed this connection with somebody because there really was a reason. I felt this connection. I felt like, wow, this is a person I'd like to know. I explained that in the message and why I was sending the friend request. I accepted the friend request, and then we have been engaging and developing a relationship from that point. If you just click on friend request of people that you don't know, somebody could complain on you. Nobody's going to complain if you tell them why you sent them the friend request in the first place. So that's my answer. Dave, do you have a further answer for that?
No, I think you're right on about that. The one thing that you want to avoid doing is acting like a person who is spamming, like Collie said, the one thing that's critical is to get into a group that you can offer something to the group. So whatever it is you've done in your life, join a group that you can have a conversation with anybody about something, so that your first email out to this person can be one of the, hey, I've been in this situation, and I really, it's been interesting, but I'm doing something a little bit different right now, and hey, you're in my group. And again, the important thing is to join the groups, because once you're in a group, a lot of groups prohibit spamming, and that's when people get in and try to spam the whole group. They'll kick you out of the group. Don't do that. Get in and know people, and get in and ask people to introduce you, because that's what they're here for. And build your group. You can see that Collie has 500+ people in her network, and I have the same. I have 500+ people in my network, and I belong to 50 groups. So join as many groups as you can. Once you're accepted, start to work that group, just like you would in any other kind of a social setting. Become, friends with people, and look for people that you know, and you'll be surprised at the people that you do know, because when you create a LinkedIn account, it asks you for the places that you've worked all of your life, and it will pull people into your world that you worked with at a company that you long forgot about, and all of a sudden you'll go, oh my gosh, I want to touch bases with that person, much like Facebook. So just get in, and I promise you that if you work this every day, you will grow your business. There's no way you cannot have success by getting into LinkedIn and taking advantage of all the groups and the networking and sending out presentations to people. And do it judiciously, do it professionally, and you will win.
Yes, and by the way, in the group, if I was just in the group looking at, let me go back over here again and find that one group. If I was simply in a group posting something, I would make it completely generic. But if I saw a person, an individual, like the individual that said, does anyone know a good network marketing company? That's where I would message the individual privately, and I would give a quick response. But then I would connect with him and say, I thought more about your question, and maybe I'd say, I don't want to come across as I'm trying to pitch, and maybe everyone else is doing that, but I really do have something special, and if you really are looking, maybe this is something that you should take a look at. And then it's not in a pushy, in-your-face kind of way. So sending somebody a personal one-to-one message is really great. And you can do that because in my, go back to VideoMax Pro for a second, and in my my media, you'll notice I have, for example, this presentation is called Collie Butler Personal Presentation Intro. This is when I want to say, hi, I'm Collie Butler, and I've got this great presentation I'd like to show you. Some of my presentations say, just met you today, or great to meet you today. And so that one is like, if I meet somebody today, and I'm going to get that presentation off to them tonight, as soon as I get home and I go through the people I've spoken to that day that I said, then I can send it, it was awesome meeting you today. They don't know that that's in the can, and then I send that to everybody that I met that day. And tomorrow I'll send it to the people I met tomorrow, and the next day I'll send it to the people I met that day. They don't even know that. They think it's to them. So if I create a presentation that says, I saw your profile on LinkedIn. I thought we had a lot in common. Whatever it is that leads me to sharing a presentation to them, as far as they know, I went and recorded that video just for them and then put it in front of a presentation which I want to send to them. Dave, there's a question here about which video format is the best for all this sharing to different operating systems. I think it showed the different, so what he's saying in the format, where is it? Where it gives us all the choices to upload, and it says we can do all these different files, so a .mov, a .mp4, and a .flv. Which is the best universal format that will work on most operating systems?
Well, right now, if you upload video to YouTube, I like to use YouTube as a standard for compressing my videos, no matter what they are. because video, YouTube compresses them in a flash format. And then you can upload that flash simply by copying over the flash video or the video that you uploaded to YouTube. You can actually use the copy link function and put it right into your program, and it's copied with the best compression techniques on the market, and that is what YouTube is using right now. So let me just reiterate what I do. Regardless of the format that I have, because there's a lot of people that use Windows machines which have a proprietary, they might have a proprietary camera system on their Windows machine, and we've already run into that with some of the real different frame rates. And I'm saying whatever your video is, create a YouTube channel. It's free to get a YouTube channel, and then just upload your videos onto YouTube and then import them into the program using the link, and you'll have them as flash videos, which are, they're compressed and they play seamlessly using the compressor that YouTube has designed, and you won't have any problems.
And you'll notice that the videos I have, these are my presentations. That's exactly what I did. I recorded them with my iPhone. And then right on my iPhone, there's a share, upload to YouTube. It was something I could do instantly. Of course, if I wanted to edit my video, I wouldn't have uploaded it directly to YouTube. But I shot one that I liked, and I knew I wasn't going to need to edit it. So I instantly put it on YouTube. Then I went and opened up my VideoMax Pro. Then I uploaded it from YouTube into VideoMax Pro and sent out a presentation with this intro. Literally, it took about 10 minutes for the whole thing. It took me 2 takes to get my video presentation that I wanted, and then it took like 5 minutes to upload it onto YouTube, and then it took maybe 5 minutes to upload it from YouTube to VideoMax Pro and then send out that presentation. It was just a very short period of time. It was really great. And what I like about YouTube, too, is as you record videos, I have some of them that are just family fun things. I have them set to private, so I can still share personal videos with my family, my kids, or whatever it is, family vacations or whatever, but yet I have a YouTube channel, and I've had people find me. It is a social network too, and it is number 2 behind Facebook is YouTube today, and I have people finding me because of the content of some of my videos that I have on my YouTube channel. But whether or not I use my iPhone or my Android phone or my camera, whatever kind of way I have to do my video, I can upload it to YouTube. And you're right, it converts it very quickly into a universal format, puts it in a small, easy to load file that loads for most people. I don't have people complaining about not being able to view the videos.
Yeah. And people like to use their own, whatever they've got they want to use. So I try not to steer them in the way of a .mov, which is an Apple type, a compression movie type. And so my whole thing now is just upload again your videos to YouTube. Let YouTube do the compression. They handle every file type known to mankind, and then just port it over very simply. And then you'll have 2 copies of it, a backup copy on your channel. And I just wanted to mention, I got an email from Sandy when we were clicking on the tutorial videos. They didn't show up, and it's because I inadvertently, it was me, I deleted that channel where those were hosted, and we're just posting the copies up now. So I apologize for that. I know, Collie, when you clicked on the tutorial video, it came up and said video
Yeah,
missing.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
So, yeah, I'll get those posted. So sorry, folks, that was me. You can blame me for that, but we'll get that taken care of. So.
And I also want to show everybody, too, that Vimeo is a lot like YouTube, except, Sandy, I'd actually like you to chime in here. And because I use YouTube more than Vimeo, you use Vimeo a lot more than YouTube, and both of them, we have loaders for both in the VideoMax Pro system. But I want you to explain why you prefer Vimeo.
Absolutely.
And you have to take yourself off mute.
Yes, I did. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
Loud and clear.
I like to take the YouTube video, and then I convert it. It only takes about 30 seconds to convert it through Keep VID, and then I upload that into Vimeo. And the reason I do that, I don't want my potential candidates or partners to be distracted by anything. And very often what I've found when you upload from video, there's always other stuff that you see that's distracting, whether it's ads or comments, and I just want a clean presentation. So I just put it into Vimeo and then bring it into VideoMax Pro with the link there. Dave,
so
do you agree?
What I'm saying, to make that clear, is keepvid.com will allow you to upload any video from any URL, even on a blog, even anywhere. If you find a video that you like, you just put the URL of that video in here, and then you can
so
download
let me spell it. It's keep, K like in kitten, E, P as in Peter, V as in Victor, ID. So it's keepvid, meaning keepvideo.com. And then all you do is highlight the URL of the video you want, and you paste it into the window and then say download, and then it downloads on your computer, and then I take that, and the Vimeo account is free. Again, I love the word free. Of course, we pay for it because we have hundreds of videos there. Most people are not going to have hundreds. And once you've loaded it into VideoMax Pro, you can actually delete it from Vimeo. You don't even need it anymore. So that's why I like it. I don't want people distracted by the extraneous text and images that I have experienced using the YouTube upload.
All right, thank you for that. And, you know, it's just another place to find great videos, too, because both YouTube and Vimeo allow you to search for videos. And a lot of the content, a lot of the videos actually in the VideoMax Pro platform, you'll see a lot of the stuff in the generic motivational. A lot of these videos are actually videos that we have found, some on YouTube and some on Vimeo. But, of course, this is Sandy, who spends hours and hours and hours every day searching for more great content to help us build our business, because oftentimes we're going to be building our business through sharing a specific message about Zango or Paveo. Other times we're just developing relationships by providing something of value to other people in the industry. And I know that's something Sandy does a lot. Every Monday she sends out a motivational message. And Sandy, why don't you just tell us about that real quick too?
Oh, absolutely. You know, when I started learning about this whole social media revolution, just like all of you, this is new to most of us. And all I kept hearing were the words, content is king. Give value. Don't push your program or your opportunity on anyone. Have people just value the content that you're sharing, and then they're going to say to you, well, what in the world do you do? The magic question. So if you've noticed on Facebook, now I haven't done LinkedIn yet, so that's the next step, and thank you for that, Dave. And I'm assuming what you just showed us can be done equally as well on Facebook, because I've been posting videos on Facebook through our VideoMax Pro now, probably for a couple months. But every Sunday night or Monday, to start people's week off right, I take one of the videos that are in your VideoMax Pro back office. It's already there. You don't have to find it. You don't have to figure out how to download it. It's already there for you. And all you need to do is send out with a nice little message. And it is so amazing, as Kali showed you, because when they open it, not only do you get a message who opened it, but they see a web page, and they're thinking, wow, this is hot. I can't tell you how many people I've now connected with that are commenting on the videos, the message, the content, and now are asking. In fact, I have one very, very serious networker that said to me, oh my goodness, Sandy, I wish we met a year ago. And right now he's not recruitable because he's in a program, but you know how things go with most other companies. Within probably maybe 9 months or a year, he's going to remember our established now friendship and relationship. And what do I want to do? I want him to use VideoMax Pro. I want him to be able to share with his people what he loved on the way we connected. So you don't do this every day, obviously, like Dave suggests. It's value that you're giving, maybe once a week, pick out something special from that library to share with potential candidates that you've been dripping on. Now remember, you're not going to pitch them on Zango. You've already done that, or you want to do that. You're giving them value. You're giving them content that they're going to say, wow, they're not even trying to push something on me. They're just helping me grow personally. And to me, that to me is just amazing that here we are in the year 2012 doing things that we didn't do less than a year ago. I mean, this is just incredible. And that's why Holly and Eddie and I are so excited to be working with Dave, because we're offering all of you cutting-edge technology literally for pennies. I mean, just think what it would cost you to mail a CD or a DVD to people. What would that cost you? And if you did your minimum daily contact, which is a minimum of 2 or 3 people a day, what are you spending? $15, $20 a day, 5 days a week? That's several $100s a month instead. And Holly, you have a special offer to announce, don't you?
I do, and before I tell that, I'll kind of close with that. Let me just say that I want to show everybody just one really, really powerful thing right now is, and it's all these messages are wonderful. You go into this generic business and this generic motivation stuff, you're going to find tremendous stuff. You're going to think, oh my gosh, I want other people to hear this. Well, to me, one of the most exciting messages I've heard in a very long time, and I've got it under generic network marketing, and this is the Dave Blanchard leadership talk that we talked about. And this is a 90-minute, and actually this is 35 minutes. It's really an hour and 35 minutes. I guess the timer doesn't have triple digits because, as Dave says, you really want shorter videos. You don't really usually want to present an hour and a half long video, but this is a talk that Dave Blanchard gave to the network marketing professionals at the convention of the Association of Network Marketing Professionals in Vegas about, I guess it was a couple months ago. And Ed and Sandy were there, I was there, and several other leaders within the industry, within Zango were there. We heard it, we went, oh my gosh, and Dave Blanchard explained in the most powerful way that I could never do justice to or even attempt to try to repeat about our industry today and about what's going on, about our economy, about how our economy has been affecting things. I mean, things that make you go, oh my gosh, I get it. Psychologically, what it happens to people as they go through struggle for this long in an economy that we have, like we have today. And it helps you get it and understand it and realize, and he explains what you need to do to turn it around for yourself, for your own groups, for your team, how you can have a major turnaround in your own business by understanding the physiological factors that are involved here. It's just the most powerful thing. So I have been sharing this talk to people, and I not only have I shared it to people, I'll just say some of the track activities, some of the messages I sent it to. I sent it to, you'll see some of my presentations. It says Dave Blanchard's talk here. I sent this out to some of my leaders. This one was viewed 130 times. This one to some of my leaders 59 times. This one, I put it on Facebook. So you want to watch this? Go to Facebook, and I'll show you where it's at in a minute. It's been viewed 285 times on Facebook. I sent it to Joe Morton and Scott Smith when they came out to spend some time with us in Vegas and talk to the leaders there. I just sent him a thank you, and along the way sent him Dave Blanchard's presentation saying how great I thought it was, and they shared it with some other people. So it's been, I sent it to 2 people, but it's been viewed 6 times. And I'm going to show you what it looked like when I shared it on Facebook. So I can share this any way I want in the emails, and like I did on some. And so on the emails, by the way, which I did share, I'll just go back to this super quick and show you that the one that was viewed 130 times, it tells you all the people who viewed it, how many times they each viewed it, and so it tracks all of that. But so let me just go to Facebook real quick, and I'll show you on the Video Max Pro page. I have it set to show my admin panel, so I need to hide that one and do this. Just scroll down just a little bit, and you'll see the presentation. Right. There's so many wonderful presentations that are on here. Here it is. It's the one that goes across the full length of the page, and I just put it's a message every leader in network marketing needs to hear. It really is. And so you can view it yourself, but if you own a VideoMax Pro account, you not only can view it, but you can offer this gift to other people. You can offer it to business owners. Even though this is an address to network marketing professionals, I think this would totally apply to anyone in all of direct sales, to anyone who owns their own business in marketing. It's just incredible. But think about how powerful it is for you to be able to personally share that message with people that you know. And this is what I'm doing. I find people now in networking as I reconnect with people. Some of them I know personally. Some of them I know their name. We've been connected before, but just not as personal, close friends and acquaintances. I've been sending this message. I see you're in network marketing. I recently heard this powerful message, and I wanted to share it to you. I'm offering them tremendous value. I'm not even mentioning my company. All I'm doing is, and this is the message here. This is why I said I don't want to quickly try to throw a Sandy boxing video in there just for the demonstration purposes. I will go back tonight, and I'm going to record my own video about how I felt about this presentation, and I'm going to start sending this to people in these network marketing groups on LinkedIn. And we could do that on Facebook. We could do that all day long, but find something of value and share it with people. So what we talked about is on VideoMax Pro. Let me just go to the main page. I think I have to log out to do it, don't I? All right, Dave. There it is, log out. My eyes, I have it kind of small right now. So this is the page when you just go to videomaxpro.com. And by the way, that just forwards to videomaxpro.sendvideo.net. But I have this URL forwarded there just to make it easier. So you go to videomaxpro.com and just click on Sign Me Up. You'll see if you just signed up without any kind of a code, it will show $19.95 a month. The special is if you just, on Sign Me Up, you just have to put in your information first. It'll take you to the next page. When you get to the checkout, it shows you the price of $19.95, but then it says enter your promo code if you have one. The promo code is Test Drive, and I've actually tried it with caps and with lowercase, and it works both ways. So just Test Drive, one word. If you put Test Drive in the promo code, you're going to get a VideoMax Pro system for just $1 for 30 days. And at the end of the 30 days, you'll be billed $14.95. So you're not only going to save 25% off the monthly subscription, but instead of $14.95 to start and $14.95 a month, which I could give you that promo code if you wanted that, but instead with Test Drive, you get the first 30 days for just $1 and then $14.95 a month. I would really recommend that everybody sign up and get a system for $1 and spend 30 days seeing what's in that video library and sharing those videos with people, through LinkedIn like we just showed you tonight, on Facebook, which, by the way, I don't think we showed you or went into all of them, but the MySpace link was on there, and, of course, with that copy and paste. In LinkedIn, we showed you how to actually go in and send a message, which I'm going to do real quickly because I just want you to see it now that I just thought about it. We showed you how to actually copy the link to make an individual message for somebody. But the other way to do this is when you go share online, you can actually share Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter. That was it, not MySpace. LinkedIn and Twitter. There's a lot of people that do Twitter. I think, what is that, Dave, number 3 right now as far as the social medias are concerned, and the LinkedIn. So when you do that, this will post on your wall. So if you just click on LinkedIn, this is going to post my updates on my wall. You're not supposed to pitch people in LinkedIn on your wall. So I wouldn't go, hey, everybody, buy my great product or join my great company. But I would do a personal message to introduce myself and who I am and how I'd love to get to know them and I'd love to connect with them in my professional network. And the same thing then if I clicked on Twitter, this is going to update my Twitter wall with a link to the video. So many great ways to share. We are over time right now. So, Dave, do you have any final things that you'd like to share with us this evening?
Yes, the tutorial videos are back online.
Great.
But no, yes, that try price of $1, give it $1. Tell your friends. Just email out to everybody, really, because it's not a matter of just, helping them. It's really helping you when it comes back to it, because they're going to be, if they're in your downline, if there's someone that's even thinking about joining, if they get to use a tool like this, it's really going to help them recruit more people into their organization, which will build your organization. So it's $1. It's $1 for 30 days. Give it a try. I think you'll really enjoy the results that you get. You saw what we could do on LinkedIn. You'll never ever need another set of tools to really rock your reaching out, out of the trenches, reaching out. It's going to be a wonderful sales tool and a wonderful experience that will keep you enrolled, as well as the people that are joining your organization and enrolled. So again, thank you so much for allowing me to share with you this tool that I've developed, and I greatly appreciate being able to have you using it out in the field. It's a compliment to me. So thank you again, and look forward to speaking to you more.
Thanks so much, Dave. You just said something that made me think I have to show everybody one other thing that we added to the library. In VideoMax Pro, you saw the video journal testimonies and stuff of all the people in the Faveo contest winners. Well, we grabbed all of those videos and put them here in the Faveo Personal Experience Library. So there's a lot of great videos. I know you've seen them before, and rather than just sharing a link to some video that somebody can watch and have no way to get back to you, or no tracking way to know if they ever watched it, they're all in the library here. So, and there's a lot of other things that we've added too. You just have to keep coming and checking and seeing what's in there. But these Faveo presentations, and we're getting more people, not just the contest winners, to send in their stories. They get to meet. You can send real stories of real people who are sharing their real experiences, and you want to record video testimonials. That you want to record them of people on your team. If you go to an event, you go to convention, every time I go to a convention or I go to any kind of a major event, at least a dozen people come up to me at some point in time during the 2 or 3 days with a little flip cam and just ask me if they can just record my story. What I used to do for a living, why I joined network marketing, and how I experienced the success. And those people are so smart, and they end up with people with YouTube channels, and they send people to their videos. But imagine putting them in a trackable system where it's only your presentation that you put. Because if you send me to a YouTube video, I'm there, and then all of a sudden YouTube suggests all these other videos I might like to watch based on my interest, and I end up on somebody else's channels, and I might end up watching some anti-whatever videos that somebody put up or whatever. So, yes, try it for $1. Let us know what more we can do to add, but just know that we are adding more great, awesome stuff every day, and you want to start your own My Media Library with your testimonials, your customers, your upline leaders, your team members, and start building your own library and start sharing stories, because this business has always been about sharing stories, and people who tell the best stories wins. So one of the things I just need to show everybody, because I just realized they didn't, is where you find all these webinars. So the webinars tonight, you'll find them under weekly webinars. There's 2 drop-down boxes. One is the 500K Plan webinar archives. That's what this call is tonight. That's all of our training. The other is the Life as It Could Be webinars. Those are all our opportunity presentations. So if you simply go there, usually I have it up within 24 hours, and you'll just go look, and here's all of our previous webinars that we've done on the 500K Plan. You can send links to those out to people, and they are also in the process of being loaded into our VideoMax Pro library, so that you could send somebody, instead of just emailing them an email with a link and not knowing, you'll be able to actually share a previous training. Or look at this, our weekly webinars. We're going to start with the Life as It Could Be archives, because this is what we just started doing in the last, we've done 4 weeks worth now. is we have somebody sharing a message. We rotate between product and opportunity. Tonight we had 20-year-old Ivan McGrew, who was amazing, and he told the story that you want to get your 20-something-year-old prospects to listen to, and we'll have it loaded in the VideoMax Pro library so that you can send Ivan McGrew's presentation and see if the person watched it. So we're really excited about that. Lots of wonderful stuff coming, but just go to 500kplanblog.com and you'll find all that. The other place, of course, to find it is you simply go to Facebook, and I guess I left Facebook, so I'll just go there real quick to show you. If you go to Facebook /500kplan, and there's our page. Like the page, and every time something is posted, you'll be notified of it. The other one is facebook.com/VideoMax Pro. Anything regarding VideoMax Pro is always posted here. Any new tools, as we upload new things, we'll put it here, and you'll know. By the way, this presentation was just added to VideoMax Pro, and it is the new Surveil Flash presentation, which is a wonderful first step in sharing Surveil with a prospect. So as we put new things on, you'll find out there. And the last thing is facebook.com/life as it could be for you. And that's the Life as It Could Be Facebook page. Like all three, and you'll be plugged into absolutely everything we have to offer. And there was a webinar with Ivan McGrew that we just did earlier this evening. So that is all I have. Dave, thank you so much for your time, and I'd like to turn it over to Sandy for any closing comments you may have.
You know, we're way over, but I just wanted to tell you that with technology, you can actually engage in relationships face-to-face around the world with this tool. So just really take advantage of $1, for goodness sake, for 30 days. Play with it. Send your candidates, your team members, some of the videos that we've done for you. The library will continue to grow. If you have any questions, just send an email to support@VideoMax Pro. And have a great week, everybody. And don't forget to register for the early bird special and for the conference that's in Vegas in September. Remember, events are not negotiable. With that, we will say good night. Bye, everybody.
Good night, everyone. Hey, Dave, are you still there by any chance?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Ashley, great. I actually stopped the recording, so we did finish the webinar, but before I ended it, I just noticed that Lucille put a question in the chat box. So do you want to, you can probably see that. She was saying that after 30 days, I know that we had a problem when I didn't have the merchant account set up properly and it wasn't automatically rebilling people, and she said it shows her account's expired. So can you just let her know how to fix that? I do have the code fixed in authorized.net, but does she need to re-enter all the billing info, or?
Let's see. Lucille.
And we could probably just get back with her personally, but she says the system tells me that my account has expired and I have to re-enter my billing information. So if she just re-enters her billing information one time, is that all we need to do to fix it?
Let me just go in and take a look and see, because I think that if she does go in and just go into the billing section and just enters her billing information, it should take care of the problem. What is her last name?